Welcome to another game between Opex and Blade of Blood versus, this time, some random noobs. We got Inventor, CHN Inventor, and Naterium. Now, if you watched the last game, then you know that me and Melonhead here, what's his Melonhead? Blade of Blood. We're pretty much, we're a decent team. We're not the best, but, we at least know each other's styles and the whole nine. So here I am, spawning as a human, doing the normal build, and I have an ally named Blade of Blood, Pink Night Elf. We'll see what the strategy is going to be here. We're against two undead. Two undead could mean something very good or very bad. Now, if they mass ghouls and do us in with something like that, that could be very, very bad. But I see two graveyards, so I see that they're going fiends, and fiends can be very powerful very early, especially if my ally says he's going huntresses. Huntresses, unless he has Keeper of the Grove or something, he's not going to be able to focus down those fiends quickly enough, and those huntresses will fall apart. So I'm saying I'm going to go rifleman, which typically huntress fiend, that's like the most standard thing. Human and night elf. Last game we didn't go that path. We went more of the archer, footman, very few tier 1 units into a heavy tier 2 composition with dryads and just breakers and priests. But we have a demon hunter, an archmage versus, which is going to be a very, very delayed altar. I'm not sure what's going on with this altar for Inventor. And okay, so this one's actually normal time altar, normal time tomb. Like, what the hell is going on here? Where's your altar, dude? Don't you want a hero? Wow. Now I'm remembering CHN Inventor. Didn't I do a game with him recently? A 2 vs 2?
This had better be worth.
I don't know.
Ready to work. Job's done. Ready for action. Ready to work.
So, terrible job on my part so far in this game. Alright, and then my ally's going in for a little bit of harassment, trying to get some, possibly a fiend kill or something, but at least do a little bit of damage on one. Which will definitely force Coil if he stays relentless. But he is going in for try to steal some creeps, but if those two fiends are there and they spot it, they can actually get this. And Coil might even come. Demon Hunter, what did he pick up? Oh, I think it was a tome. Mana burn going down on the the Death Knight. Trying to get level 2 on my Archmage. Should get it off the next creep camp. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Ready for action.
I think my shit's all messed up. Alright, so a lot of damage getting taken on that Demon Hunter for a very mild amount of experience. But he is getting off the mana burns, making sure that Death Knight can't really do as much as he wants. Going that blacksmith route now, so I'm probably just going to transition over to rifleman at this point. Probably start a tech soon. We have a couple huntresses for my ally Blade of Blood. Couple scout farms in random locations just in case they're trying to come through and attack me. There's these two spots right here that they cannot go to my base without going after these spots, or unless they have a zeppelin of that nature, and you still got to go through the farm to get. Alright, going after this creep camp. Might even start a expansion. I mean, there is 4 militia right here.
Job's done. Job's done.
Death Knight officially has no mana. Focusing the Death Knight, I'm not sure why. Should be going after the Fiends. The Fiends are what's going to really do you in right now, not the Death Knight. Death Knight with no mana is like, that's like weaker than a Knight. You can easily go after those freaking Fiends right now. Don't want to lose your Huntress. Needs to back off. And yeah, he's getting more... He's not getting much done at this point. If you're going to just keep doing that type of tactic, you're not going to get much done. Alright, so going after and starting this expansion, I know that Blue is opting to back off because I am paying attention to what Blade of Blood is doing, at least a little bit conscious of what he's doing. The other Undead is opting to get an expansion, and that spells bad news for a human player. Because if a human player needs an expansion just to deal, like, hold his own against an Undead player, and the Undead now has an expansion, that's like, you know, makes you 10 times weaker. I mean, if he gets away with that expansion. While I'm creeping and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, my ally's keeping Blue from getting too powerful. For the most part, it looks like he's getting some Huntress kills, but you know, that Demon Hunter really should have been focusing down those Fiends. I don't know why he's backing off. Those Fiends are not as fast as those Huntresses. Those Huntresses should have been able to focus down those two bad position Fiends and gotten 2 easy kills. That was a very bad misplay for my ally. But I'm just trying to get powerful. I have level 3 on my Archmage. My tech is not going yet.
Job's done.
I'm trying to secure an expansion. I think that's a little more, you know, I have a Rifleman out. Of course, my typical ass, I'd probably have him stuck in between that tree, but he should be able to get out. Nope. What the fuck just happened? Some sort of tweak thing, and somehow, I don't know how to explain what just happened. You probably just saw what just happened. That was extremely weird. And now this one's stuck. Alright. So, engagement going down here. He's going to lose all his Huntresses because, you know, you don't fuck with Undead. Especially on Blight. Especially with Huntresses that take extra damage from piercing. I'm just staying over here, trying to heal up, getting my Rifleman out, or should I say stuck. Maybe I should put my Peasant here and somehow tweak him out. I don't know how that happened, to be completely honest, but...
Job's done.
So my ally's just trying to do some sort of harassment. He is feeding a little bit. I think he's getting more damage done than what he's dishing out. He is preventing 2 people from creeping right now. 2 Death Knights from creeping to level 3, so that's phenomenal. You don't want those Death Knights to hit level 3, and he isn't losing any units, so I guess in a sense he is doing the right thing. My Archmage is now here, and I could probably potentially do some decent amount of damage on those Fiends. Stopping that Clarity Pot, getting a surround on the Death Knight. Should not be able to get out of that one. Told my ally I forced a TP, you know, so we knew that there's only one army here, and we're 2 against 1 right now. Should be able to take down these Fiends rather easy. Demon Hunter in a bad position needs to TP out of there, unless he wants to lose his level 1 hero, and that's not too bad. Focusing down the Lich should go down, unless he barely gets away. Just my luck. Right, so Rifleman in very bad spot still. That's probably aggravating me, but you know what? What are you gonna do? Tech's almost complete. Getting some 1-1 upgrades, it looks like, on my Rifleman. Might transition to breakers and stuff of that nature, but a few Riflemen's always good, especially if you think some sort of air's coming. Undead. Undead always goes there. And as a guy that loves to read, I'll take that second to read that book, even if it doesn't even increase any armor. I will increase my agility. He's got a Watcher Ward over here. Ally still going the Demon Hunter Huntress route. No Ancient of Lore. Oh, so we have an Ancient of Lore and an Ancient of Wind. It looks like Hippogriff's coming out, so we're both expecting some sort of air from the undead.
Our forces are under attack.
So it looks like Frostworm's coming. We definitely need some sort of heavy anti-air at this point. I don't think Riflemen can take down Frostworms very fast, unless I have a really, really lot of them, but you know, I just got my Paladin out. Really? It's a bad day to be a human player. Alright. So, Archmage level 4. Solo Demon Hunter, not even level 3 yet. Might lose all his units if he's not careful. Lost a Huntress. Might lose his Demon Hunter. Lost his Demon Hunter? What are you doing, ally? What? What is this? Ah, oh, that's a bad sound. That's bad. So now I'm rushing back to base because I don't want to be creepjacked at a point like this, because that'll just add insult to injury. I'm adding a few scout farms ahead of my towers, and that's always good. So if they do want to come over here, it's a little more difficult. They would have to take down those scout towers, and there's one upgrade for the towers as of right now, and it looks like I'm going for a second advanced masonry upgrade. Trying to get my paladin to level 2, so I'm gonna have him creep this on his own. This mine has been going for quite a while. They should have a big amount of frostworms right now, at least a handful. So there's 2 frostworms in play, and there's a Death Knight over here. What you going? Good question. Let's get an Arcane Sanctum down. Dual Arcane Sanctums. I'm probably going to try to do some sort of... casters don't do much, especially against destroyers. Probably going to do the breaker route, especially against fiends. But if they're going heavy on air, it's going to be GG. You know, breakers really can't do anything against air. But I know that there's fiends out in play still. Rife Mort cast. I expect a lot of air. Got a decent amount of items, good items, at least on my right side here. Paladin only has a Book of the Dead. Not useful against undead, especially if they have destroyers, and I keep saying destroyers. I should get the upgrade now when I get my Arcane Sanctums, but I probably won't do that right away, because I'm probably not even thinking of shades at this point, as I should be. Enemy knows that they can creep this out rather easy. He's got a few frostworms, but you would think he would have a lot more, especially with the expansion. Just continually training up more frostworms. That's going to be deadly for us if we don't have a counter soon. Ally is not very powerful, so I am going to lose a rifleman. So here comes the engagement. We need to focus down those fiends. They're focusing down my paladin quite hard. Hippogriffs trying to do their job, but it's not really working. The fiends have them down on the ground. Frostworms actually are quite tanky, but we are trying to focus them down. We got 1 down. We got 2 frostworms down. Focusing hard on my Archmage. Quickly did another, did an invulnerability pot. Looks like my allies Demon Hunter went down, so they are focusing quite hard. I had that Death Knight trapped there for a bit, but I think I started just going after that Frostworm. The Frostworm is probably a little bit more important. Trying to back off a little bit and try to stay out of harm's way. They are trying to focus down the Hippogriffs, and that's a good thing. This isn't good at this point. We should really back off, especially if they're both going on the Frostworm path. Focusing down the Death Knight, not going to happen. Quickly gets just not much mana on the green Death Knight, so I'm trying to focus down the blue one. I've pretty much just lost everything, and I'm saying F-U-C-K, back. Forced that TP rather late. I have a few gyrocopters. It's not really important as much as those Hippogriffs are important. If he keeps those Hippogriffs pumping and those Dryads, he should be getting his units that is desired. Obviously, Bears would do great number on those Fiends. Looks like I'm finally going Breakers.
Our town is under siege.
And it looks like they're going after our town, or my expansion. They've always had a shade there. And he goes, Blade of Blood goes so close. Shouldn't have called defeat on this. We still have time. You definitely need those Bears for rejuvenation. If they don't have any type of destroyers, I'm quite confident if they went destroyers instead of Frostworms, we would have won this. Or they would have won this. Like, already. Like, we would have been done. Destroyers would have definitely overcame us. Frostworms can get countered pretty easily. But destroyers would have stopped any type of water elementals, any type of rejuvenation from the Bears. And it looks like another Ancient of Lore, so he's probably going to go heavy, and I know I've been giving him some gold. I mean, he's got gold. We should be spending it up pretty good. So I'm sure I have a TP waiting. I have a couple Knights, a decent amount of Gyros, a few Knights now, Spellbreakers, so we're getting the counter. Make sure all those Fiends go down, and they are together right now, and it looks like, who is that? Inventor's going heavy on Frostworms.
Job's done.
He's got 0-1 upgrades. I'm not sure why he's going defense on the Frostworms. He is going Gargs now. And it looks like blue is in here for some damage. I am quickly TPing here. Now I should be in position now. Now if he attacked my Knight and then backed off right away, that would have been pro. But he attacked that Knight and stayed there. And that's not. Paladin just dropped that Book of the Dead. Holy crap, I'm lagging. We're taking down these Frostworms and the Gargs. And then the Spellbreakers and Knights and stuff of that nature. Going ham on the Fiends. They're taking down Bears rather easily, but now I got level 3 on my Paladin, so nothing really should go down. I have level 6 on my Archmage now. Oh! Just got a heal on that Death Knight. I saw that was really low. And yeah, nice. There's a burrowed Fiend. I'm trying to focus a little bit. Frostworm goes down. Decent amount of Gyros. Still a couple... got a decent amount of units. We really shouldn't be following this hard because they could still nuke. But just keeping tabs, you know. So it looks like we retook that engagement, which was phenomenal, because if they keep going heavy on air, we clearly just need to do anti-air.
Our forces are under attack.
Looks like I'm opting to creep still. Getting my Archmage out of there so we can get as much experience on that Paladin. If that Paladin gets level 4, that's another aura, higher up tier armor aura. Right now I have aura number 1. Now the reason I don't go Divine Shield is because I really don't expect to get that nuked. And you might be like, well, you're playing against undead, you're expecting a nukage. Well, no, I'm really expecting more along the lines of being able to have more longevity for my team. And that means armor and stuff of that nature. Now, this is a bad idea. He should have been waiting for me. Just one frostworm can take down everything. Blue's here, and it looks like dark green has a few units here, and his hero. So it looks like they're right here. Still forcing. He just went metamorphosis, and then he just TP'd out. So that was a waste of a level 6 ultimate. So I was just gonna meet up with him, and I was like, ah, crap. Well, I guess I'm not. Archmage, I can always TP to him anytime I want. I am level 6. Trying to back off my Archmage, get that Paladin as much experience as possible. And clearly I do want some gyros right next to me in case some frostworms just went nuts on me.
Our allies' town is under siege.
So I should be able to TP right over there.
Job's done. The head lifter! Our gold mine has collapsed.
So the mines are now running dry. Enemy still has a little bit of gold.
The head lifter!
But they should be running out any second now. I'm not gonna TP to that. I mean, I know that would be a good TP right there, but we'll just walk because I'd rather walk with my allied, make sure we're together. So I quickly put a heal right on that Death Knight, it looks like. Alright, here we got this engagement. We have Knight that needs to be healed up, but it goes down. Trying to focus on Blue's Death Knight, and that's gonna happen, it looks like. Blue loses his Death Knight, and this should be pretty much GG. We have much more units at this point, and especially we have anti-air and anti-ground units. So really, whatever you wanted to play here, Fiends and Frosts, we have the counter for that. But we do still need to be careful because this is an undead base, and all our units can drop like flies in an instant if we let it. Ally's backing off a little bit, so I'm backing off a little bit. Ally goes Expo, and I said, oh yeah. Well, at least I should say, oh yeah, that's a good idea, because we can't get much done here. So they're coercing us to try to be in this type of engagement, but we know it's not worth it. They're just like focusing down all our anti-air units and our bears, which is really good for them, especially now that they have destroyers. That's scary. We should go after the expansion, because that's their form of income at this point. Looks like I do have another expansion over here, but they do spot that expansion. We're just feeding them at this point, and this is not good. We're doing some bad stuff. Trying to take down those destroyers. If we get those destroyers down, we get one destroyer down, and possibly another we just got down. I didn't see. We got his Crypt Lord down. Telling my ally to go back a little bit. We don't want to be coaxed into this kind of battle. We might seem stronger in the whole 9, but let's focus this Death Knight or something. Get him out of the picture. Paladin now level 5. That should be looking like hell for an undead player. Now at this point, I can easily just TP here without my ally, and I think that would be the best scenario.
Our forces are under attack. Your command.
And we just spotted another expansion. I'm not sure if we see this. Yeah, we don't see this, but we saw Blight, so we can only assume, right?
Our forces are under attack.
Now I should back off in this scenario, because this isn't good. I'm gonna lose my Paladin if this keeps up, but I almost got that Death Knight down, but it looks like that Death Knight is forced to back off. My units need to back off. I have a tank out in the field.
Our forces are under attack.
So I ended up... Where did I end up? Oh. So I'm back here. I have no anti-air at this point. Got another expansion over here I'm probably going to set up any second now if I have the gold for it.
Research complete.
I like trying to take down the Frostworm building called the Boneyard. Asking my ally for gold. Probably just to get an expansion up. This was obviously a misplay. I probably handed him back 100 gold or something. Or probably trying to keep it clean.
Our town is under siege. Our forces are under attack.
Cancel, please cancel in time.
Research complete.
Bears? I'm not sure if bears is the best idea against air, but there's no frostworms I don't see initially. There's a frostworm. There's a destroyer. So it's not much. Nothing we shouldn't be able to handle. Knights, breakers, bears, tanks. But we need better positioning here. Keeping that demon hunter alive, he tried to get focused. What items did he pick up? Picked up scrolls. So rather good actually right now for us. Actually, we're starting to lose our edge here. Those destroyers are actually doing a lot of damage. Should get a rejuvenation on the paladin, but it ends up going down. Archmage getting a little out of position, but now good positioning.
Research complete. Our forces are under attack.
Really not much to speak upon right now. I mean, ultimately, you see us trying to stay together, trying to become more compact so we don't get caught off. Now, if we